A cash and transit robbery has been reported on the N2 Northbound near Chesterville in KwaZulu-Natal. Emergency services are currently at the scene. For the latest on the story, let's cross live to our reporter Silethiwe Ndlovu. Silethiwe, so earlier you mentioned the difficulty of combing through that scene, particularly where there's no electricity. Do you think this is deliberate to cordon off some of those residents that were looting the cash earlier, as we saw?
Absolutely, Katlego. In fact, that's what we were told when we arrived here. We were told that it seems as if the electricity has been switched off for two reasons. The first one being that a number of community members or the general public started looting around 7 p.m. just after the incident took place. So we were told that that's one of the reasons why the electricity, it seems, has been switched off. The second reason, however, we were told that at this particular point, it's not known where those criminals that will be linked to this particular crime are at this particular point. So we were also told that it seems as if switching off the lights is also to ensure that they also don't make out what is currently happening on scene. And as you can see, there's still quite a bit that is currently happening. Forensics arrived just a couple of minutes ago to comb the scene and go through everything. At this particular point, we can also just see that they are then still trying to find some evidence, perhaps, at this particular point. However, in terms of the lights, Katlego, extremely hard to make out what is happening. As I indicated earlier on, it was even quite hard to make out if what you can see on the road is money or papers. But once, of course, we came closer, we could then make out that these are now the remnants of what remains after the incident took place around 7 p.m. So what we can see is that the van, of course, was blown up, and also what we can also see on the ground is that it seems to be a number of papers, of course, money that would have remained after the vehicle was actually blown up. We were told by ALS paramedics that the general public looted that money. In terms of the vehicle, also that we told you about earlier on, and I'm not sure if you can make out the vehicle in front of you, but we got an indication, however, we're yet to receive confirmation from the KZN police, but we were told that this particular vehicle could either belong to a motorist or it could also belong to the criminals that will be linked to the crime. However, at this point, we wait to hear from KZN police regarding the vehicle that you can see in front of you. But at this particular point, the scene is still cordoned off. In fact, a number of people that were caught during that time when the incident took place, they are yet to leave the scene. A number of vehicles are still parked not so far from where I am. Also, a number of trucks also parked not so far from where I am. But also the community, as you can see, a few lights, Katlego, can be seen from afar. But the community that is really quite close to the road, to the N2, there's still no electricity. So it is quite dark. It is quite hard, in fact, to actually see what is currently happening. But at this point, we know, of course, that the scene is still being cleared. Of course, we received an indication that the two security personnel that were found inside the vehicle, one of them was taken by ALS paramedics, and this is now after we heard that he had sustained minor injuries. At this point, there's no indication in terms of whether those that are linked to this particular crime have been caught as yet. Again, the KZN police are yet to release a statement in terms of what actually transpired. ALS paramedics about 3 or 2 hours ago released a statement stating that they are cautioning people from getting close to the scene. We heard, of course, that traffic is being redirected. As you can see, it has come to a standstill. The south and northbound, the N2 south and northbound rather, is still closed at this particular point. There's no certainty in terms of when it will be open, but those people, unfortunately, that were really, really close to the scene when the incident took place are still stuck. They haven't made their way from where we are right now. But at this particular point, forensics are continuing to comb the scene, and we are then going to perhaps wait to hear in terms of what actually transpired when the vehicle was blown up this evening. Katlego.